So I've built a lot of model airplanes before, and I've built a lot of kits like these, but I found these online. It's a new company called Binos that makes these planes. They have a P-40 Warhawk, P-51 Mustang, a Messerschmitt, and a Japanese Zero. We're going to put them together, starting with the P-40 Warhawk. And it shouldn't require any tools, but be careful when you're opening the package so you don't damage the contents. Dump everything out. We've got the fuselage here. We've got the stabilizer here, the rudder, and the wing. Now the wing, you'll notice, has two small triangles on it. We put the wing into the slot, and we'll go right up to the line. Try to bury that line in the slot. We'll put the stabilizer in place and the rudder in place. There we go. Now that's all together. That's the P-40 Warhawk. Now, the reason these little triangles are on here, as I mentioned, is for balance. You should put your fingers right underneath there and get to the point where the plane balances on those points. Which in this case seems to be about 1/4 of an inch behind the slot here where the wing is. And make sure everything is symmetrical and straight. And that one's ready to go. Oh, it also comes with this cool catapult. We'll try it like that. We're going to try a couple of hand launches first. And here's the story of Binos, and here are the instructions for putting everything together. It's quite complete. Looks cool. It's difficult to make a scale model in such small scale out of balsa wood that flies. So we'll see how these work out. You want to make sure that all of your control surfaces are symmetrical and flat where they're supposed to be flat, perpendicular where they're supposed to be perpendicular, and this angle should be the same on both sides of the fuselage. Remember, it's pretty close there. Okay, let's do the next one. That was the P-40 Warhawk. The next one is the P-51 Mustang. This is like the fastest plane in the Second World War. Do 500 miles an hour in a dive. It pretty much comes the same way. This one I'll open the instructions so you can see. So we'll start again with the fuselage and the wing. Slide this together just like this. Before we balance it, look at the directions too and make sure that you get all the control surfaces going in the proper direction. In fact, I put that in backwards, so let's do it this way. There we go. And they fit very snug and nicely into the slots that were made for them. It looks to me like this is laser cut. Previously, they used to always use die stamped wood, and it often frayed the edges a little bit. These are nice and clean on the edges. Again, we're going to put this in the center like that and find a balance on these lines. And this one's further back. So this one is actually about 3/4 of an inch from the front slot there. So that's the Mustang. We're going to do the Messerschmitt next. Comes the same way. They're all kitted pretty much the same way. They come with basically 4 parts, or 5 parts, excuse me. Oh no, that's 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 5 if you consider the catapult stick. There's 1. Oh, this is an interesting arrangement here on this one. That's 2. That's 3. Look at that. Fits very nicely. And very symmetrical from the get-go. So we'll see how these fly too. Again, we're going to make sure that that's in the center. That one looks good as well. And we're going to do the last one, the 0. It's interesting, this is the only plane that has any other colors than black or red on it, or black or green rather. They all have the Binos logo on them. This one has the rising sun graphic. Again, we're going to put the wing in first, then the stabilizer, then the rudder, or vertical fin. Again, we're going to balance it. Whoops. We're going to balance it. And this one is right about there. A little over 1/2 an inch, maybe like 5/8 of an inch from the front. It looks very symmetrical. Comes also with the stick, the catapult. Anyway, I really like the way these come. You have instructions in English and in Spanish. List of all the pieces and where they go. Very well done, and you can see here how you balance it. So balance your planes accordingly, because there might be slight differences in the weight of the balsa wood as it goes through the process of manufacturing. I can see from this that these were probably laser cut because the wood is darker here, and it's very well laminated here for the weight. There's no metal on this like there is on a lot of other planes. So we're going to take them out and test fly them now, see how they do. This is the P-40 Warhawk. This is the P-51 Mustang. This is the Messerschmitt ME-109. This is the Japanese 0. This is the P-40 Warhawk on the catapult. This is the P-51 Mustang on the catapult. Also a loop. This is the Messerschmitt ME-109. This is the Japanese 0 on the catapult. So these kits were easy to put together right out of the package, and they flew very well considering, you know, I didn't trim them much. But you'll notice that I did slide the wings back and forth a little bit off center, and that helped to trim them when they weren't flying straight the way that I wanted. And if you slide the wing forward or back a little bit in small increments, then you'll notice a change in performance. And yeah, they flew very well, and I was very happy with them. Hope you enjoyed the video.